Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to Dr. Ilyana. My name is Cik Zarifah Cik Mansur and my matrix number is 203920. Today, I will be presenting my report regarding the evaluation or criticism of 2018 MUET reading test paper. Firstly, we will look at the introduction. What is MUET? Malaysian University English Test, which also known as MUET, is a form of English language test taken by students who are enrolled in the pre-university level in Malaysia. Students who have passed STPM, matriculation, foundation level, and diploma are qualified to sit for MUET examination. MUET examination aims to test students' English proficiency. Therefore, it incorporates four major aspects which are reading, writing, listening, and speaking skills. In this study, I have chosen to analyze a 2018 MUET reading examination paper. The assessment was done based on the 5 principles of assessment, which covers the aspect of practicality, validity, reliability, authenticity, and washback or backwash. The paper consists of 45 multiple choice questions in total, and question 1 until 29 have 3 answer options A, B, and C, while questions 30 until 45 have 4 answer options A, B, C, and D. Besides that, the test items are stimulus-based items. The test only uses 2 types of stimuli, which are a passage that contains between 200 to 700 words and a graph. There are 6 different passages in the paper which discuss about different topics. Now, I will show you some examples of what I have analyzed. The first principle is practicality. A practical assessment means that the ability for the assessment to meet particular task specification within the time limits and the existing material and human resources. It is observed that the test is practical in terms of the time. This is because the time provided for students to complete the test is 90 minutes, which is reasonable for a test that consists of 45 multiple choice questions. Students have ample time to read the passages, analyze, and choose the best answers. Next is validity. Validity is an extent to which the instrument measures what it is asserted to measure. In the picture shown, the item lacks of face validity. This is because the word contaminate should be bolded in the passage so that students can easily notice the word from the text. Considering the passage used is long and contains many words, therefore, the word that is tested should be made easier to detect and clearly visible. The item shown here lacks of face validity in terms of the arrangement of the answer choices. The arrangement of the choices can cause confusion to students as they are not listed in a proper order. The first choice A contains long sentence, while the second choice B contains shorter sentence. The choice continue with C back to long sentence and the last choice D, which contains the longest sentence among all choices. The answer should be listed in proper arrangement order from the shortest sentence to the longest sentence, so it is more convenient for students to read and choose the correct answer. For content validity, the item shows high content validity in testing students' reading skills. The question is asking students to point out the main idea in the particular paragraph. The skill to identify main idea or topic sentence is crucial in testing one's reading comprehension. Therefore, the item used is valid in terms of the content to measure students' reading skills. Here, the item shown possesses content validity as the answers are consistent in terms of the sentence structure. The sentences for each option, A, B, and C, all use active form. Other than that, the verbs used for all answer choices are in simple present tense. The third aspect of validity is consequential validity. Questions 23 to 29 possess consequential validity as they discuss about business field and crowdsourcing issue in the business area. The topic benefits students in many ways. For example, students can gain knowledge about business, dealing with the crowd, and learn the term crowdsourcing. All these knowledges can impact students in their social life. Next example, the item possesses the consequential validity as the question contains implied message towards young people regarding the way they can practice to improve their economic life. The item socially impacts the students as they can learn about economy empowerment indirectly from these questions and apply them in real-life situations. For construct validity, in the picture shown we can see that item 18 possesses construct validity as it requires students to identify particular phrase. Identifying meaning of a word, a clause, and a phrase is one of the specifications in reading comprehension assessment. For the second example, the item shown also possesses construct validity as the question asks students to make a conclusion. Making conclusion, which also referred as K2, is a specific aspect which measured under the critical corrective K in assessing students' reading comprehension. The last part of validity is criterion validity. MUET reading examination paper is seen to possess the criterion validity. In terms of predictive validity, the test proposes to measure students' ability in reading English materials. This skill is significant in particular for students who intend to pursue bachelor degrees or master's degrees in Malaysian universities. The assessment of students' reading skills is to predict students' performance in college. It is to ensure students are able to have their academic lessons conducted in English regardless of their study field and able to use English well in the future. Besides that, in terms of concurrent validity, MUET examination possesses this principle as the test generally conducted to test both theories and practical skills. For example, there are 4 major language skills that will be tested on students, such as writing, reading, listening, and speaking. Therefore, the results of the examination which combine from all 4 tests will determine the student's English language proficiency. Now, moving on to the next principle, which is authenticity. Authenticity refers to the use of test items which are applicable for students to use and apply them in real-life situations. The illustration shows authenticity of the test paper. This is because the passage used contains citation. It indicates that the text is from another source and from existing materials. Meanwhile, the next example indicates that questions 8 to 14 lack of authenticity. This is because the questions discuss about Kenya is one of the largest cut flowers exporters. This topic is not relevant to the Malaysian students as the settings of the topic takes place in a foreign country. Besides that, the questions and the answers are more likely to solely give information about the sales in Kenya, but it does not really give any significant lessons to the candidates. Moving on to the last principle of assessment, which is backwash or washback. Backwash or washback effect is a term that is used to indicate the influence of testing on teaching and learning. In this paper, it is found to have positive backwash. It can be observed when teachers and students show positive attitude toward the test and work together effectively to achieve the objective. For example, MUET tests will require students to focus in learning and improving their English language skills. Besides that, teachers will also work harder in giving lessons to the students. These situations will develop positive reinforcements towards language learning for both students and teachers. Therefore, MUET test is considered to have positive backwash. Now to conclude, MUET test is a good test as it contains practicality, good validity, authenticity, and positive backwash. In overall analysis, the test paper fulfills most of the requirements under the principles discussed. Therefore, the test will benefit teachers and students in language learning, especially to determine students' ability and comprehension regarding their English language skills. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.